Welcome back, Odooers. Every employee needs a contract to get paid, but configuring every individual contract from scratch is tedious for our HR team. All that manual work could lead to errors in payslips or delays in promotions or raises. Today, we're going to discuss contract templates. Templates are a great way to create contracts faster. The template outlines the various financial details, while the attached PDF template is the physical contract that gets signed using the Sign app. Today, I need to make a contract for our new summer interns who start in just a few weeks. While Stealthywood is located in the US, and I happen to be using the United States payroll localization, these steps are the same no matter where you are located. So follow me as I make a contract template. So here I am on the main payroll dashboard. So to view all our current contract templates, I'm going to select configuration and then the word templates. Great. Okay, so here I can see all the contract template details. I have a union that negotiates pay for our factory workers. So this factory worker union one happens to be a contract that's used for them. The department is administration slash manufacturing, meaning this contract template can only be used for employees within the manufacturing department. Next, I have hourly, and I also happen to have a salaried employee contracts right there as templates. So these don't have a department listed, and you can see that right there because they can be used for any employee in any department. But let's say I had a department that only worked the night shift or a job position that included specific benefits. I can make a template for those situations. So each template over here, this lists a base wage. In our case, this is what is earned every 2 weeks. The contract type after that tells me if they can earn overtime or not. Exempt means they can't earn overtime. Non-exempt means they can. So all of these fall under the United States employee structure. And you can see that as the next thing for the salary structure type, and are under the working hours of a standard 40-hour work week. So to make a new template, I'm going to select new over here in the top left. Boom. So now we fill out this contract template form. I'm going to name this one Summer Interns. We're doing a lot of stuff with interns lately this week. So I don't want to limit this specific job, in this case right here, or department. So I'm going to leave those blank. So next, I'm going to fill out the salary information, which is going to be kind of important. So let's get started with this tab. Okay, depending on the installed payroll localization, the sections for benefits and deductions will vary by country. Today, we're going to cover all the universal fields that are going to appear for all countries. So first, we're going to start with wage type right there. In this case, it happens to be hourly wage. So we're going to switch that over. Boom. And a few other fields have changed. All right. So the pay schedule then over here, this dictates how often the employee is paid. Our interns are going to be paid every week. So we're going to change this to the word week. Great. All right. We are paying them $20 an hour. So let's put that into our hourly wage field right there. And our interns, they typically work 15 hours a week. So underneath this wage field, I'm going to enter 300 a week, just because that's 15 times 20. Boom. All right, next, I'm going to select the contract type. All right, so I'm going to put intern for this one. And I've already made that. Great. Next, we need to select our pay category. So I'm going to click into this field because it's very important. Generally speaking, employee right here is selected for salaried employees, while worker is selected for hourly workers. Since Stealthywood is located in the US, I'm going to leave it as it is for the United States employee option right there. So this will ensure all the various taxes and the country-specific benefits are deductions that are in place as well. So next, we're going to look at the employer cost section. So notice how all of these values happen to already be filled in. The yearly cost and monthly cost are automatically populated based on the information above, specifically the hourly wage over here and wage. So we don't have to do anything right there. So the wage on signature field is used for specific payroll localizations where a certain wage is given on signing with specific increases over time. We don't need this for our interns since they won't be here that long, so I'm going to leave this right there blank. So next, I need to configure the schedule section. So the work entry source right here, we're going to click into that. All right, the work entry source field over here tells Odoo how to create work entries. If I select working schedule right there, the database automatically creates work entries based on the schedule. If I were to select attendances or planning, Odoo will create work entries based on the data from those apps. I'm going to select attendances right there since I want work entries created based on when they clock in and out of work. And I need to select the default working hours, which for these is going to be a flexible 15 hours a week. Boom. Perfect. Now, the rest of these sections appear because I have the United States payroll localization installed in the database because we're here in sunny California. These sections and fields will change based on your location, but we're not done yet. I need to click into the signatures tab over here. Now we're moving forward. So this tells Odoo which contract PDF template to use when creating a new contract. And we can see that right there. Or when updating an existing contract, and we can see that as well. You're going to need to have the sign up installed for this, which is where the PDF contract template that is signed gets stored. So under the new contract one right here, I'm going to click into the PDF template field right there. And I'm going to click search more because we're going to do something. I need to upload a new template. So I'm going to select upload PDF. It's going to open up our nice little file browser. And boom, we've uploaded our PDF and it's right there. Our intern contract. Great. All right. So for this one, I'm going to scroll to the end of this document. And you see this little signature section. We're going to configure the fields. So first, I'm going to hover over this very first one where it's going to be the first signer. And we're going to want signer one. So hovering over it, you'll notice that on the left, it's revealed in edit pencil. We're going to click on it. And we're going to label this one intern right there to change the name. Now we can drag the purple signature right there. And there we have it. Just dragged and dropped. We also need a date, so we're going to need that date field. Let's find that right there. Bear with me. I want to get that nice and even. All right, in the left-hand side over here where it says signer section, I'm going to select add because we're going to add a second signee. And in this case, we're going to rename it. So once again, hover, and we're going to change this one to manager right there, just like the intern signature. And then once again, we're going to drag it just like we just did. And then we also need a date field. Just like we just did. Get a nice and respectable right there. Okay, that looks good. So I'm going to go back to the summer interns contract via the breadcrumb menu. So we're going to select first manual save, contract templates. Then we're going to select summer interns. Boom. All right, so there we go. We're back over here. And then this time around, we can finally select our nice little one. So from this menu, underneath the new contract, we're going to select the one that we just did. So we're going to select our intern contract for our PDF template right there. And the two signature fields that we configured appear right below it. Oh, you'll see that under the little heading right there that says contract role. We can see both of them. These are the people that we added on the PDF. And the signatory fields right there tells Odoo who needs to sign for that role. So now that we're done, I'm going to click into the first HR responsible one right there. And we're going to select employee. And then the second one that we have to put in, we're going to leave this one a specific partner. And then this allows me to call out a specific person to always sign. In this partner field that we have over here, it's a search menu, so you can actually search for the person. And I'm going to select Jane Smith for hours. Perfect. She's the one who's responsible for all the summer interns. You'd select the person, likewise, who would be responsible for yours as well. All right, now that we're done with this one, I think I'm going to repeat that now for the contract update field. All right, that's it for today. We learned how to create a contract template that can be used to create contracts faster by having a lot of basic information pre-populated. Tune into our other videos where I'm going to learn, and you're going to learn too, how to create contracts and update them, and so much more. Till next time, stay awesome, go grab a snack.